Even with the early window into the world of Nope through the previous pieces of marketing, I still have a lot of questions for this new Jordan Peele horror movie release. And I've liked his previous works, being Get Out and Us. I've seen both those films. I watched them back to back. Very good films, very well made. Jordan Peele, at this point, I have a lot of reverence for him within the horror space. He's a very talented writer and film maker. But, familiar to fashion as well. I mean, I guess on reflection, Us, the title, makes more sense to the essence of the movie, but, on the first glance, you're like, why'd you title the movie Us? That's such a common search term. You're like, your movie might get lost, especially as early promotion. I mean, maybe the studio helped to boost it by, some, financial contributions. It's like, it appears more in search terms, but it's such a common word that people use that you're like, it's not really the most standout of a title. Nope, same thing. And also, like Us, at least on an early look, I'm still kind of trying to best gauge where the film is going. Now, again, maybe the trailer's being intentionally ambiguous to keep some elements veiled, like Us did. But I have a lot of expectations going into the movie, and I think the trailer has teased a good film. And one familiar, again, with Jordan Peele's line of work in the way of his writing and his vision. And also, if there's some other elements of promise beyond Jordan Peele's contributions, Daniel Kaluuya, who I love watching, is a very talented actor. He's appearing in this like he did, for Get Out. So he's been in previous works of Jordan Peele. I think he's the only one. There's a couple other names beyond that. Keke Palmer, I know, is in this, along with maybe other names I'm forgetting at the moment. But being familiarized with Jordan Peele's work, I'm at the very least, impressed with what I've seen. I'm hoping for a great horror experience, maybe one with a lot of depth. Of course, his films, as far as I've seen, especially of Get Out, I mean, that being, again, I think the stronger of the two. Though I watched Get Out and Us back to back, Get Out was the much more superior of the film and got a lot of attention within the awards circuit. He's very well known for employing like a social parallel in terms of commentary to his films, not only in just the exploration overall, but in the very foundation of the film. And I'm assuming that's going to be true with Nope as well. Unless maybe that's been otherwise referred to, in which case I haven't come across that. Let's see what Nope has to present with a final trailer and see if maybe it gives any more points of illumination into where the film will go when it debuts in theaters this July. I mean, again, I'm excited to see it. Having seen Get Out and Us, I have a lot of expectations, but I think this film will deliver, again, even if maybe we're in a state of mystery with it and skepticism currently.
What if I told you?
It's a very scenic horror film, too.
That today, you'll leave here different.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
So people mysteriously dying. Although people, I guess it's not all alive because the horse stayed alive. Or maybe it's just like a faint or something.
You think whatever killed Pops is out there?
Right here.
Some sort of supernatural force.
You are gonna witness an absolute spectacle. So what happens next? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Here we go.
No. This would be an opportunity. I'm talking rich.
Interesting choice of music.
There's plenty of videos for flying online.
Ain't nobody gonna get what we gonna get.
What we gonna get?
The money shot.
What's up?
Undeniable proof of aliens on camera. The Oprah shot.
You guys gonna tell me?
So it's an alien movie? I wondered if that was a UFO. I mean, the trailers have kind of illuminated to a
cloud.
like a weather-related incident.
They're just waiting for the.
Like, there's been some hurricane-like imagery in the previous trailer, so I was thinking maybe that's where they were going, but I guess not.
I think we pissed them off.
Yeah, they repainted your house.
They're gonna come back. You ready? We got some work to do.
Not it.
Nope.
I'll get him out.
And I'll get the shot.
Let's go, baby. Let's
The marketing is very fun in terms of this horror movie, and there's a good mixture of tone. I mean, Jordan Peele's also revered in the comedy space as well for his Key and Peele stuff. I've heard a couple of their
Well, it's not what you think.
segments.
They took him.
And I can see that tone being integrated in here as well pretty well.
I'm trying to save you.
It's a good mesh.
I don't think they take you if you don't look at it.
Look, don't look, don't look.
This dream you're chasing, where you end up at the top of the mountain, it's the one you never wake up from.
Yeah, it's definitely a UFO movie.
You'll be getting a call from my supervisor asking how my service was.
5 stars, Angel, 5 stars.
I like the overall energy of the trailer. Again, like I've said, this fits the overall experience I've had with Jordan Peele's work. And even with, past films like Us, for example, there was a good mixture of tone in terms of the comedy and the horror. And both, I think, in my opinion, delivered. Get Out, I think, is much more of a horror experience. Maybe that one had comedic tones. I forget exactly, but Us was far stronger in terms of the mixture. This... again, like, I think the trailer's pretty strong. Maybe I didn't catch wind of everything because I've got a touch screen, so the brightness on my computer is not necessarily the where I would ideally want it to be. So maybe some of the darker images, it was harder for me to make out some of the details compared to maybe other PCs I've had in the past, which would have stronger lighting. So you have to forgive me maybe if I missed something just in watching that trailer. Because, there were a couple dark shots in here that I was trying to make out the details, so maybe I missed something. The UFO angle, that's pretty out there for Jordan Peele. It's not necessarily as grounded. I'm wondering how that would integrate in terms of social commentary. And again, maybe this is a bit departing, but if it is, I'm not exactly sure, because I haven't caught wind of that, if it is, and this is more a traditional horror release. This is a signature with Jordan Peele, in that it has that extra layer of depth. So I'm wondering if it's true that there's a social commentary angle here with Nope, how that will parallel. Maybe extraterrestrial... Maybe an immigration commentary? Maybe there's, the weather-related imagery, which I guess it kind of fits. If you look back on the past couple trailers, it looks like the weather effects of what these characters are facing is detached from the alien ship, but perhaps the aliens have a cloaking device. Or it could be, considering weather, it would probably be a go-to these days, because we talk about it often enough now in the modern 2022 year. Maybe it's a weather-related commentary, perhaps. I don't know. I could see that happening. Maybe something linked to environmental matters, climate change. These are go-to subjects. Again, not necessarily vouching on where it would go in terms of perspective. I'm just looking at maybe my familiarity with Jordan Peele, knowing that his signature element is that social commentary and blending it in with a structured and pretty well articulated story. And I would say an approachable horror film, even maybe it's not necessarily you're the most into, there is that extra layer of depth. But at the very least, I'm looking at a project like this and I'm wondering where the story could go, if that is indeed the intention here, or perhaps it's just some maybe he wanted to operate with a story with less constraints, make more of a traditional horror film that doesn't necessarily have that over-reliance on making a parallel. I don't know. I think there's a couple ways to interpret it, but either way, if you're familiar with Jordan Peele movies, I think this has the appeal in regard to its trailer of showcasing his style pretty well, in my opinion. It looks like a strong horror film, and I'm sure based on the way Get Out and Us, how those films came about, I'm sure Nope will have the same reverence in its articulation that Jordan Peele is known for in his other works. What are your guys' thoughts with Nope? And maybe you have some more illumination as to what the overall plot is here. Maybe you noticed things that I didn't with this movie. Or maybe you have some other guesses on perhaps where the story could be blended. Right, I'm just going on familiarity here for my past experiences of Jordan Peele and then looking at this movie and judging it in accordance to what I know from his style. Feel free to let me know your thoughts down below in terms of maybe what you see from this movie, what your overall thoughts are in your comments, just based on how you feel. And maybe, where do you feel this would rank for you in comparison to his previous works? Do you feel it's driven watching this? I think Us had stronger ads, at least on its trailers, because it employed more of that horror tone. But this one's unique. It's different. I think it provides for a good mixture of styles in the overall tone, but it's much more comedy and lighthearted focus, at least on this final trailer. That general feeling of ominence, I think, was better pointed out in the past couple movies, or past couple trailers, particularly because of the mysterious element to it. But I'm open to hearing your thoughts and maybe what your impression is with this trailer. I think Nope, again, like I said, Jordan Peele's reputation to maintain. So I'm sure Nope will deliver. But it'll be curious to see, when the film debuts, just what, the story, or where the story goes. Because there's a lot of questions I have. And maybe, again, that's the intention. That we're supposed to go, sit in a theater and be impressed by an experience that Jordan Peele has more than proven himself for in the past based on his previous works. I'm sure that Nope, to some capacities, those of you who are familiar with Jordan Peele's work, like myself in the horror space, probably will be in the midst of a satisfactory horror film in terms of what you're familiar with. I'm sure that Nope will deliver on that front. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.